Hello friends. Welcome back to my channel. In today's chess video we are going to learn a brilliant chess trap to crush completely Sicilian defense. It is so brilliant, and also sometimes this trap is also used by Magnus Carlsen to defeat his grandmaster opponents in the game of Sicilian defense. Let's start. We start with e4, c5, which is the Sicilian defense. Here we starts our trap and we play a brilliant move pawn b4. Here we have 5 lines in this gambit. We will look on them one by one. First look at the accepted lines. Black accepts the gambit and then we play pawn d4 controlling the center. It will be annoying for black, hence here the most popular move is pawn d5 attacking in the center. We trade pawns. And after that we play pawn c4 attacking the queen. Here instead of saving his queen, most of the players prefer to capture the pawn with n passing. Here is a one more line. What if black plays queen e4 giving check to the king and also saving his queen? This line was played in the game of Magnus Carlsen. So it is a very important line. Check out my video given in the description below to learn this line. So going back to the line. Here we learn what if black captures on c4 by n passing. After that we recapture from our knight and also giving check to the queen. Here black can either play queen a5 or can take back his queen. In my that video which is given in the description you can learn the line in which black plays queen a5. This is a very important line, so don't forget to check out that video. So in this video we will say what if black plays queen d8. After playing queen d8 we attack the black by playing bishop b5, giving check to the king. Most of the players protect the check by playing bishop d7. Then we play rook b1, which is another good move for us. Here if you will play against a strong player, your opponent would think that if he trade the bishops on b5, then after we recapture from our rook. Then we have a developed rook, which is attacking on the b7 pawn and also opening up this diagonal for attack on this file, which is nice for white. Hence your opponent will not capture your bishop. You will play a developing move knight f6, and after a couple of normally developing moves, we play another brilliant move pawn d5, which is another a nice move. Here black is forced to trade pawns. And after trade of pawns he again is forced to trade knights. And after trade of knight we are attacking on the b7 square, which will capture his rook on next move, and also we are adding up a one more defend on our bishop. Also we are attacking on the black's weakest f7 square, which can further threat checkmate. Also we are attacking on all the board, which is very nice for white. Here black has to castle because after some moves black will not be able to defend his checkmate. Hence he has to castle first to save his king. And after castle we just simply capture on b7 pawn attacking the rook. Here your opponent would try to be some tricky and capture your bishop and also attacking on the rook. But this will not do anything because we just simply recapture it from our rook. Now we are again threatening to capture rook and to protect his rook. Black can play knight d7 defending his rook by queen. But now we play another brilliant move, which is rook d1 pinning the knight. Here we are attacking on the black's knight from our queen and rook at the same time. Here black cannot move his knight to defend his knight because if he moves his knight then we will simply capture his queen from our rook. Here you can simply win the game from a big material advantage. Let's look at the second line. In this position instead of d4, what if black plays knight c6? Let's start this variation. First we play pawn d5 kicking out this knight. The black has only e5 is a good option to save his knight. And then we again attack his knight by playing bishop b2. And after pawn d3. Here it seems that pawn f4 is a good move. But here we have another nasty trap for black. We play knight f3 pressuring the knight. Here if black simply captures you can just recapture from your queen and can enjoy your developed queen. But here if your opponent goes some tricky, and tries to trap us by playing bishop g4 pinning the knight, it will attack our knight by bishop and knight at the same time. Here we play a brilliant move knight e5 sacrificing our queen. Most of the players gets greedy and captures our queen. And then we play a brilliant move bishop b5. Now black has only option to move his queen to d7 to protect his check. And after that we start to capture everything of black. First we capture the queen and then we capture this pawn on f7 forking the rook and king. And after that we capture this bishop. And on next move we can also capture this rook. In this position you can simply win the game with a big material advantage. Let's look at the another variation. In this position instead of knight c6, what if black plays pawn e6? Let's start the variation. We play knight f3 developing our knight. And most of the players play pawn d5 in support of e6 pawn. Here we will not capture because here black can recapture from his pawn. He don't have to expose his queen. Hence we did not trade here and play pawn e5. And here black is forced to play knight c6. It is similar to the French defense with an extra pawn for black. First of all we will get rid of this pawn. As this pawn is very annoying as this is not allowing us to develop our knight and also stopping us to move our pawn forward. Hence first of all we have to get rid of this pawn. And after that we don't capture this immediately, as this pawn is not going anywhere, which will keep black's bishop pinned to defend this pawn. Now we play pawn c3 and can enjoy this beautiful pawn chain. Black cannot play his knight here because of this pawn. Hence he will try to develop his knight by e7. And after e7 we play bishop d3. And black completes his knight development. And after that we play pawn h4 to paralyze this knight by rook pawn. Black plays bishop e7 to add up an attack on this pawn. We capture a3 pawn by our knight. Since this pawn is threatening to pawn h5, so black thinks to grab this. And after trade of pieces we play a brilliant move queen g4 attacking this bishop and also attacking this pawn at the same time. Anyway black has to take back his bishop. And we simply grab the pawn on g7. After that black has to play rook f8 to save his rook. Here we have many ways to attack and we play one of them, which is knight b5. Here black plays pawn a6 to kick out this knight. But this will not do anything, as if he captures our knight then we will simply capture his rook. We grab h7 pawn by our rook, which is adding up a one more piece to grab the black. Black plays bishop d7. Now this pawn is problem for us as this rook is defended by the queen. Here we have an option to play knight d6, but we play another brilliant move, which is queen f7, which is really awesome. And after black captures we play rook h8. Here if black protects his check by his rook then we simply play bishop g6, which is a beautiful checkmate. And if black protects his check by his bishop, then we play knight d6 giving check to the king. And after that we play bishop g5 again giving check to the king. And after black protect his king from his rook then we grab his rook by our bishop, which is a beautiful checkmate. Now let's look at the next variation. In this position, what if black did not capture this pawn? Let's start the variation. Black plays pawn e6 defending this pawn by his bishop, and after that we trade pawns. Here we play pawn d4 attacking this bishop and controlling the center. Black takes back his bishop to defend his bishop, and then we play pawn c3 defending our pawn. Black plays pawn d5 to control the center. And we does not trade here and play pawn e5. Black plays knight e7 to develop his knight. And then we play bishop d3. Black castles here to save his king. And then we play bishop a3 pinning the knight. Black plays knight c6 to develop his knight. We play queen h5 threatening to checkmate on next move. Black defends the checkmate by pawn g6. And then we play queen h6. Black plays pawn f6 to in hoping to trade. Here black is hoping that here if we trade pawns then black will recapture from his rook, which will break the pin. Hence we will not trade here. And play knight f3. Here our idea is simple to checkmate on h7 square. Black trade pawns here. But we did not recapture the pawn. We play knight g5 again threatening to checkmate on next move. Here the black has only option rook f7 to protect his checkmate. But after that we grab the rook by our knight. And after black recaptures from his king, then we capture the pawn giving check to the king. Here going outside for black will result to explosion of king. Hence he will take back his king to protect his check. And then we capture the pawn from our bishop. Since the knight is pinned by our bishop, so he cannot capture our bishop. Now checkmate in next move is unstoppable. Watch my this video to learn the important lines mentioned in this video. And subscribe me for more traps.